There are some places where you think twice before saying, "I know my rights." But even there, victims have courageous advocates. Lawyers, community leaders, human rights defenders. They face terrible risks. 25 Colombian human rights lawyers are killed every year. Mexicans defending human rights are in danger. So are Nepalese.
I had spent 258 days in military custody. I was severely tortured. 24 hours my eyes were covered with blindfold, hands were tied on back.
Peace Brigades International works on the protection of human rights defenders in 5 different project countries: Colombia, Guatemala, Mexico, Indonesia, Nepal. PBI works by fielding a team of international volunteers.
There were 3 methods that we used to help human rights defenders who were at risk. Those 3 methods were informational accompaniment, political lobbying, and physical accompaniment. So informational accompaniment involved sending letters of alert. That will unleash a series of consequences, and there's less chance that those corrupt agents can get away with what they do. And the political lobbying essentially occurs to try and spur the international community to react to the cases that we're working on. Physical accompaniment happens when the human rights defender is actually physically at risk.
Peace Brigades is based on the principle of non-violence. So we embody that principle by being unarmed. So PBI, instead of bearing arms, we bear vests.
But those PBI badges are more than just a label. And potential aggressors, whoever they may be, know exactly what lies behind them. The word international means just what it says. The volunteers are backed up by support networks in 15 different countries. These maintain diplomatic contacts at the highest level, embassies, the UN, the US State Department, and European institutions to ensure a safety net.
Soldiers raped 3 women. One of them was a little girl of 12 years old, and she was made pregnant.
Obtilia denounced the rapes and was threatened herself. But with PBI protection, her lawyers were able to successfully bring the case to an international court.
There's a real difference, I find, between wearing a vest and walking around normally without a vest. You're clearly marking yourself out as an observer, as a member of the international community. So if you're alongside a human rights defender who might be going to a police station as part of their work, the police tend to take much more notice.
PBI volunteers are a symbol of international concern about human rights abusers who have little fear of justice.
Since we began with the exhumations in 1994, there have always been threats against the families who want to exhume their relatives. It's very important to us to have the accompaniment to keep us safe.
These human rights defenders are the bravest of the brave. PBI supports them, and lawyers all over the world are right behind its wonderful work.
I have fresh memories when I got trouble and first time I've been to UN office, OSCHR office, requesting supports. They suggested me, they recommended me to go to PBI office.
PBI provides a deterrence effect to open up the space for human rights defenders to work in.
PBI's job is to ensure that there are no attacks. No news is good news. It takes enormous courage and dedication and unwavering international support so that the truly brave defenders of human rights can do their work.
I hope in the future, not only for Jitman, many Jitmans who are in trouble, many people, human rights defenders, witnesses who are in the trouble, they would get support from the PBI.
PBI demonstrates the world's solidarity with those who defend human rights. That can save their lives.